Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices for Tuesday, December 7th, starting with the Russell here. As noted yesterday, we were looking for the low of wave A, and we're seeing the other indices rally, so we are obviously starting wave B here for this market. So, yeah, I won't go into the intraday here, but let's just see if this lifts a little bit more from this point tomorrow. I want to focus on the, well, mainly the S&P, but a little bit on the NASDAQ. So with the NASDAQ here, we have 3 waves to the downside so far. So because we're in a wave 4, then out of the 11 or 12 different types of corrections in the market, then wave 4 can contain pretty much all of them. So we just need to be a little bit sort of mindful that, you know, if I had 5 waves down here, then I'd know that we're going to get a 3-wave correction and then another 5 down. But we appear to be working in lots of 3, so we may need to move into WXYs on these markets, but I don't need to go there just yet. So let's cruise in on this. So on the NASDAQ on the 4-hour chart here. So yesterday we were calling lows in and looking for rallies, and that rally has started in line with stock as well. Even if you don't trade stock, it's a good idea to have a look at the videos now and again because they create the indices in that regard. So anyway, we've got 5 waves here, so we can look at an A wave and then an A, B, C here for the B wave, which can go here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for C of A, and then an A, B, C here for wave B into the box here. The S&P the NASDAQ is lagging a little bit. The S&P is much closer to its box than this move here. I'm not sure, I'm not sure if I should label this just wave A here and B here and then look for 5 waves up into this move here and then be done with it, or we're going to get a little bit more complicated. We need to put wave A up here. So I'll need another session to get a really good grip on this and line it up with stock and also the S&P as well. But as far as the crow flies, we'll be looking at a move up close to the box. Obviously the 16 here is very key because you can see that it's really the sort of glass ceiling on this, and it's basically retesting that. So will it get up to this point higher up here? I don't know. It'll be a struggle anyway, but once that occurs, then we'll be looking for wave C to the downside through here, and we'll also be looking for 5 waves in that move, unless we turn it into a WXY, and then that creates a slightly different pattern, but we don't need to go there just yet. So the other thing that's worth mentioning here as well is the old count, when we're still tracking it with the S&P as well, is we're looking for wave 3 here, but also wave 1 here, because we've still got a 5, 3, 5 structure for wave 2 pulling back into the 50-60% retracement level. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's still possible. It's still on the table that we could just build in and move straight on up through here. Now it's not like we're going to miss anything, because once we get an impulse wave, if we get 1 and 2 here and 3 and 4 and 5 up here, then we'll wait for the ABC pullback, and then we'll move into the market, and then we'll go up. So if we do get 5 waves up, just keeping this options open here, because this count is not invalidated yet. My problem with this market is that on the S&P I would put an A wave here, B wave here, and the C wave up here, but that's a little bit small and not getting up there. So that's a little bit of an issue. So normally we'd probably look at this as the A wave up here and the B wave here and the C wave here for the B wave, you know, because we want a reasonable size to reflect this particular pattern before moving down. So as I mentioned, the S&P is a little bit higher up here for that. So that's, yeah, kind of something you've got to figure out. With the S&P here, we're looking at it as a wave 3 top. We're also looking at it as still as a wave 1 top here. So I could put it down and put wave 2 just in here for that, but we're better off in this case putting it for the NASDAQ. We can put it here, but for the S&P it's probably better off here, and looking at this as 1 2 3 4 5 down here with an A wave and a B wave and a C wave for wave 2, and then moving up. So we'll just keep an eye on this. It may or may not be the case, but at some point it will prove true or false, and at that point we'll be ready for it if it does happen. Okay, so not a biggie at this point, but in this case you can see that this rally here is closer to the 50-60% retracement level, and I better just double check that because yep, so that's where it is. Yeah, sometimes it's a bit illusionary, but there we go. So moving into the intraday on this, we can see it like this. So we can have it as just, we've got it as wave 3, but as wave 1 here, we can have it as, well, an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the wave A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, a bit of an overlap and so on, but just take it with a pinch of salt. So it's possible to have wave 2 here, but I think that it's probably better if we were going to go that way is to have wave 2 sitting over here for that. So when this does finish here and come to here, then move up from that point. So we'll keep an eye on it, not to say that it's going to happen or not, but I just like to keep all counts on the table until they are invalidated or they look silly or I look silly or so on. So yeah, so yeah, we, as expected, we're going to bounce off the 4,500, and yesterday we called the low in here, and we just look for this move up here. As I mentioned, you see how close this is to the 50-60% in terms of height here. We still got the 4650 to go, which is the lower end of group 2, but the 4600 here is obviously playing a part because it was support here, it vibrated here, and it's checked it here. So it, there's a case for it at this point. So once again, I haven't actually sort of resolved if we put this in here, and we're kind of not done with it, but we still need to move up further. But we'll check that on the intraday. But so we've either got that, or we can put this over here and the S&P will go higher and the NASDAQ will be lower, and we can put this up here and this is where we can move into a WXY as well, but the A, the B and the C here. So in one way or another, we're going to be spending more time here. So it will reveal itself, and we'll have a much better idea tomorrow with this. On the 1 hour chart here, it's just the same story. In this case, we're just looking at it as an A and a B and a C wave down here for the A wave, and then an ABC. But as I mentioned, we can put this here, which is what we did yesterday on the tick chart, really, looking at like this, and then putting wave C here because there would be another little wave up here for that. But that's just makes it too short for the for the NASI, So we probably have to put the A here and back again at that point. It'll be interesting to see what happens here if we get the 5 waves. I'm not interested in trading up into this space as such. Yeah, so we just got to figure this out. Yeah, it could be either way, but we're not there yet. In the meantime, if it does crash, then you can short it well below that low. You could probably come up to here for that. Probably even a little bit higher. But we'll look for short trades tomorrow. On the tick chart, where we just mainly worked on it yesterday. So yeah, so from this wave 3 top here, we're looking at 1 2 3 4 5 here for the A wave, the B wave here 1 2 3 4 5 for the C of A, and then yesterday we're looking for I've got to clean this up a little bit, and we'll finish this up a bit as well. So just bear with me a second here. We don't need that. Yeah, this is the catch 22. I mean, that may even go there actually, because that looks impulsive. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. B wave's still there. So this is what we've got to figure out. I'm just going to create a couple of these little dudes, the green men. the new green world that we're living in, apparently, getting there. So, we'll just look at it in both ways, you know. So, I think that can go there. That's a little bit rough, but I think that's all good. We'll just get a closer view on that in a moment. So that can pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree there, and then wave 5 up here for that as wave B. So that's one pathway that it could make. Just check on this a bit further. That's okay. Oh yeah, that's needs to be adjusted a bit. That's probably there. That's probably there. I'll need to check the cash for that. That's probably there, there, and there, and well, really, what we should be doing is taking it from this wave 4 to that wave 4 in there. So that's the space that it can come into, but I don't think it's a little bit wide. But so I'll just leave it at that for the time being. There's going to be support there from all of this block. Yeah. So I mean, that will only put this up not that far, really. Put it up into group 1 of 46 here, so 1, 2 and 3, and then the 60, 46, 50 is the lower end of group 2. So it'll probably struggle to find support on top of this leg here, this level here. That will be there, there, and there. So that's pathway 1 here. The other pathway is that we need to put wave A here, come back for wave B here, and then go up for wave C again a little bit higher. So with the S&P, it's going to be trading higher than the NASDAQ. So there's a bit to figure out here. So what I'll do, now that I've done the stocks video, I'll take a closer look at the stocks in the next video and get the timing of the stocks and the indices and pull them all together, and then we can look for short trades amongst all of that. So that's it in a nutshell. So I'll just leave it there. So we're not really going to worry about too much today, because we knew that we'd bounce here, would turn up. We just need to see how complicated wave B is going to be. Now, we could say that wave A is reasonably complicated, so wave B might be simple. So the guideline of alternation: simple, complex, more complex, or simple. So that alternation. So we'll just see how that plays out. Yeah, I'll get the answer from the stocks in the next video. That's what will happen. So that's where we'll go with that. Alrighty, so not a lot to do at this point in time in terms of this. I mean, obviously, if these lows here get breached, probably the 45.60, you could look to short under if that became the retested resistance, because there's going to be this block in here. That's the support at this level here. So anything sort of locked under that 45.60, 45.50 would be even better probably. But yeah, it's got to go a little bit higher first, and we know that with stock as well from today's video. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. So nothing really to do today or in the next session. Yeah, the session after that should be on the shorting side of things. But only, if I go back to, let's go back to this chart here. There's a couple of stocks that could follow this pathway as wave 1 and 2 here for this, and also 1 and 2 tucked in here for the NASI as well, as I mentioned, and that would be Apple's moving to the upside, and also Amazon has got the potential to move up from there. A bit of a long shot. If we just have a quick look at Amazon, just so I can show you, and we'll need to go from 100 ticks, because that's the this is the 100 ticks one. So in Amazon, we're looking for an A and a B and a C. So you can see why we need to go higher in that regard. But also on this as well, just on the 10 tick chart, the alternative count for this, just shooting the breeze here, but wave 1 here with an A and a B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 2, and then going up. So what I was going to do here is that if we get, if we're confident that we can get, if we can see a nice 5-wave structure here, then we'll get the ABC, and then we'll go long at that point. So this is one of the stocks that would be in line with the NASDAQ sort of moving higher from this current lows here. But we don't have to worry about that today either. We just need to let time pass, and we'll pick up the thread and move on from that point. But this is just, Amazon's just one of the stocks that's got the potential to continue to move up. Will it? I don't know. If we get a really clear, no doubt, 5-wave structure here, then we can look at that. But yeah. Anyway, tomorrow we'll reveal a lot more with all of this, so I'll leave it at that. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.